This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
A Torah Anytime original series.
The single biggest prerequisite is, are you proud to be on Hashem's team or not? If you take a bird's eye view of Jewish history, you will notice that every single time we were about to be annihilated, the reason given by Chazal has nothing to do with black and white sin. Never. Did you know that 600,000 Jews left Mitzrayim? How many did not leave Mitzrayim? Anyone know? 1/5 of the Jews that were in Mitzrayim left. So if 600,000 Jews left and only 1/5 left, that means how many did not leave? Anyone good at math? 2.4 million Jews did not leave Mitzrayim. They were killed. What happened to those Jews? What happened to those Jews? So we all know the Medrash that says they dressed a little Egyptian, they spoke a little Egyptian, they had Egyptian sounding names. You ever thought about it? Like, what? These were like, by every other metric, good Jews. Because they spoke a little Egyptian? Because they dressed a little Egyptian? That's your issue? That's how 2.4 million Jews are killed? Make any sense? The Megillah. The Gemara says, you want to know why we were destined to be annihilated at the times of Haman? Because we were Nehna Misudas Achashverosh. Because we went to Achashverosh's party. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Hello, we're thinking we're Nava girls. What are you talking about? We were eating kosher there. We were keeping Shulchan Aruch. Because we went to Achashverosh, we went to light the Hanukkah Menorah at the White House. That's your problem? Rebbe Kiva's Talmidim are killed because Shalai Naku Kavod Zabazet? That, you're okay with that? Make any sense to anyone? These are tzaddikim. I'm all into honoring your friend. I'm all into that. Respect your friend. To warrant the death of 24,000 people? That? The Beis HaMikdash is destroyed. Why? Because of Sinas Chinam. Hello? Anybody? Because I don't like the way you spice your cholent? Because I'm Moroccan and you're Yemenite, so whatever. I don't get, see eye to eye. That's what destroyed the Beis HaMikdash? Here's the story. Not long ago, I was in Philadelphia with my wife in a place called Penn's Landing. And we're staying at a hotel. And right in front of the hotel, there's a battleship that's parked there. So I go, check it out in the morning. We check it out. And we get a tour of this World War II battleship. I'm checking it out, all the rooms, all the different workshops in there. At the end of the tour, I turn to the tour guide. And I say, really cool battleship, but where were the beds? They didn't sleep? So he says, come here. He says, look at the ceiling. If you'll notice on the ceiling, there are hooks. Every 3 feet, there's another hook. He says, see that crate over there? He points to a crate. See that crate? In that crate, there's 500 hammocks. Every night, all the soldiers would go to that box, take a hammock and hook it onto the hooks, and that's where they would sleep. So I was amazed. But then I'm looking around, I'm like, one second. This is World War II. There was a draft. You didn't have a choice of being in the army. You had to be in the army. These were not like teenagers who couldn't make it in college, so they went to the US Army. This is like dentists and architects, like radiologists. Grown men cannot have lawns that are too close to each other without getting into a fight. You're suspended on a boat, touching each other? I said, how did World War III not break out? So this guy looks at me. He says something very interesting. He said, when you deeply believe that what you're doing is saving the world, nothing bothers you. You put all petty differences aside. When you deeply believe that what you're doing is saving the world, small things don't bother you. These sailors deeply believed that what they were doing was saving the world. Shall I tell you why? Because it was. So nothing bothered them. It's the exact same way in Avodas Hashem. If you actually believe that inside of you there's a piece of Hashem that was placed into this world to bring light into some corner of this dark world that needs it, then you would start seeing that in other people. Hey, the same way I need you on my boat because otherwise we fail, I need you in my life because otherwise we fail. Your victory is my victory. Your defeat is my defeat. Sinas Chinam means I don't actually see you as like this ambassador of God. You're an enemy. You're like a competitor in the game of life. Hashem didn't see really proud Jews who were living in Egypt who happened to have Egyptian names. No. He saw Jews who could care less. I'm not interested. Yeah, I'll check the boxes from social pressure. I'm not interested. Hashem said, you're not choosing me, I'm not choosing you. Goodbye. Hashem didn't see really lebendige Schmacke Yidden who happened to be at Achashverosh's party. No, he saw Jews who were closet Persians. They didn't care. I don't care. I'd much rather just buy into the whole Persian culture. Okay, I'll annihilate you. And only because we daven. Hashem didn't see Talmidim of Rebbe Kiva who were really geschmack, but like happened not to get along. What do you mean you don't get along? If you don't see the godliness in your friend, you don't see it in yourself. You're just on your personal quest to become this Talmid Chacham. I'm not interested in that. I want people who are on fire, who are proud. Sinas Chinam is demonstrative, it's reflective that you don't actually care about the mission that you're on. Because if you did, you'd view each other as teammates and not as competitors. The single most important ingredient in Ruchnius is pride.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.